All right, y'all, Bitcoin is currently finding support at a very, very important level. And today we are going to be discussing what is going to happen if Bitcoin is unable to hold this very important level. But first, before we get into that, guys, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to share the video on all your social media networks, MySpace, guys, all that stuff. As you can see, the Jason Casper like button is going absolutely parabolic. I can't even believe it myself. Make sure to FOMO into the like button. And with that being said, let us get into this video. So as I said, Bitcoin is currently finding support at a very crucial level. Why is this such a crucial level? The reason is because if we analyze the volume from this giant range, we can see that we're coming down to the very low of the range. And not only that, if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool from the swing low of that last low we put in last Sunday to the swing high, we can see that we are currently finding support at the Fibonacci golden pocket level. Now, not only that, but if we take another volume tool and we just drag it through this chunk of price action that we have right here, we can see that we're coming to the highest volume node within that chunk of price action. So we have a lot of confluence here. And if Bitcoin is unable to hold the support, then I will be looking to much lower levels down in this area or potentially even lower. But let's talk about why we got such a strong rejection from up here last week, because a lot of people, including myself, were expecting to see higher Bitcoin prices. The reason we got a rejection from the high of this level here is because we did have a resistance right here, being the value area high of this macro range. And when we came up to that level, we did something which is a reversal pattern. And if you ever see this, it is 90% of the time going to be a reversal pattern. And what basically happened is we put in a higher high as momentum and money flow were putting in lower highs on market Cipher B. If you ever see something like this, where the price is getting higher and higher, yet momentum and money flow on market Cipher B is getting lower and lower, this is one of those trade setups where you can enter with a lot of confidence, which is why I gave the trade setup in advance in the VIP Discord, because it was just beautiful. We could see the money flow coming down. We had a very clear high, which we were looking to take out and come above before the drop. And indeed, we entered the trade right from that high there after we came back inside the level. This was take profit one. The trade is currently up right now in hundreds of % in profit right now. And this is why we got the rejection, guys. We could see as price was coming up, we were not going to have the strength to come to those higher levels. And so what we are doing right now is we are coming back down to the low of this sideways range here. And here's something else that's very important. Not only did we lose the high, we also lost the highest volume node. We came down below it, back up for a retest, and now we're heading back down to the value area low. If we come down below this key area of about $38,000, then I think we could see Bitcoin coming to some much lower prices. And the reason is because once we come outside of this value area, we're going to be establishing a new value area down at some lower areas. So some places that we need to be aware of and ready for are, number one, the 786 fib level, number two, the 0.886 fib level. But most importantly, I think if we come to a very high time frame and we just take a look at the Bitcoin as it was trading over the entirety of the year 2021, we can see that we have a very, very interesting sideways market going on, where we have a pretty clear low at around 30,000 and a pretty clear high at around 65,000. And it would make a lot of sense if we are going to now lose this level, that we would come back down to test the lows of this macro range that we've been trading since the beginning of 2021. Now here's the thing, guys, and this is something that I think we need to take into consideration here. Very much so. When we came down to here, we put in a higher high and we put in a higher low on a very high time frame, right? November 11th, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high for the first time, higher low for the first time. This is why I was expecting this kind of W reversal pattern for a much more so relief rally. That could still be the case, guys. That could still be the case. However, if we come down below this previous low of 33,000, then I will absolutely be looking down to take longs in this area, because not only is it the low of this sideways market that we can clearly see just by using our eyes, but if we expand our toolbox a little bit and we take a Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from that low of the March 2020 dump to the all-time high, would you look at that confluence? Would you look at that confluence? We have the golden pocket from the entirety of this so-called bull market coming in right at the perfect low of this area, which has been support already twice in the past year, a macro level of support. And so right now, I am looking at Bitcoin's current support as a make it or break it zone. If we want to see higher prices and come back up to the $47,000 level, or potentially to the $57,000 level, we must hold this area as support. And if not, then I'm looking down here. And if we lose that, I'll actually be looking down to this $17,000 to $20,000 area, because that's where we have our next major support. Now, if we do bounce from here, and this is a nice area of support, and we do see the daily time frame potentially giving us a tight trigger wave right here with money flow getting higher, this could be a bottom and we could see higher prices. So if we see higher prices, then what am I going to be looking for? Simply the fib levels from that high to this low. Okay, now, by the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord where we post these levels in advance and we post the trade setups in advance, like this juicy short right here, and not only this juicy short, but along the way down, we were taking longs on the way down, right? We literally giving these setups in advance, and then what happens is we come down to the level, we get our confirmations, we get our bounces, we're able to lock in some juicy profits right there. We're able to get two really nice longs along the way down, and even this morning, guys, taking two longs from our support because we had it marked out in advance. I was able to take two long trades from that golden pocket. The first one was from the 618. The second one was from the 0.65 level. And so you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's a thriving community of traders in here. We're here to help each other out. This is changing people's lives, guys. Also, if you want to learn how to trade this way and know exactly when to enter a trade, when to exit the trade, you can check out JasonCasperTrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because the goal of this course is to give you a systematized step-by-step process that you go through before entering any trade, so that you always have a plan, regardless of if price is pumping or if price is dumping. You always know where you are looking for a trade before the trade happens. You know where your take profits are going to be. You know where your stop loss is going to be if the trade does not go your way. Essentially, what we're doing is we're learning how to create plans in advance so that regardless of what price does, we know if price goes up from here, we have plans of where to short. If price comes down from here, we have plans of where to long. Okay? And if price does pump from here, if we do get some nice bullish action, let's say Monday starts off and, you know, it's still a weekend, right? Let's say that the New York Open happens and maybe we have a little like whoopsie and then, you know, a nice pump up. The levels I'm looking for resistance are going to be number one, this 382 around 47,000. It's a very high volume node. It's also a fib level, as well as this golden pocket right up here at around 55, 56,000. This is also a key level of resistance. So that's pretty much it, guys, for Bitcoin. Right now, we need to hold this area of support. And if we just do take a look at some lower time frames, we can see that we are getting some bullish divergences here, right? The good old uneven butt cheek pattern, not that, the uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a nice juicy momentum wave, anchor wave, and then a nice trigger wave here as we're coming to key support. So keep your eyes on these levels, guys. If you found this video helpful in any way, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I do pray everybody is super, super blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.